Get you along Friday to all of you.
Yes. Happy Friday. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, that's allowed. You're allowed to just say that. That's good enough.
It's like, I'm glad it's Friday.
I bet. You've been working really hard this week.
I've been working really hard, and I've had some things this week,
Yeah, you've had some things, as you call it. I was going to ask you, what's the best thing that happened to you this week?
Well, whether it's best, I'm decided. Okay, I had dental surgery on Tuesday, and I'm on antibiotics, and then I had my booster shot yesterday at 5:15. So I feel a little, I don't know if it's vaccine, antibiotics, Advil, but I feel a little dazed.
Yeah, I bet you do.
And so I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing, but
Well, if those are the things that are on the top of your mind,
yes.
And if you look at them in a positive way,
absolutely, I got them done.
You got them done.
That's right.
And they're for your future health.
That's absolutely
so that's pretty
true.
good.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Good morning, Sylvie. Kathy Bird. I haven't seen you for a while, Kathy. It's good to see you. And your little voice, I can hear it in my in my head.
In your head.
Tricia, hello. And Jennifer Gowan, I bet your head is spinning, she says.
It is actually right at the moment. It is spinning a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I never asked her to, make sure she came in this morning. I said, well, I'll leave it up to you. You do it if you want to, but don't come in if you're not feeling well. And so it's all on you, I'm afraid.
It is on me, but I don't feel like I don't have an upset tummy or anything like that.
So you have no excuse.
I have no excuse is what I feel. So, yes, I could have stayed home, but then what? I would look at my stitching, pull out stitching, but I would feel guilty because I would think I'd have to be at work. So
you're struggling with your emotions.
That's right. There's no fun stitching unless,
everything's okay.
Everything's okay.
Yeah,
that's right.
Get that. Sylvie says choppy video. It's on your end. I hope that it's on everyone's. Kathleen, hello. Good to see you. Marcia Buckingham. It sounds cold for both of you. Joanne Fusen, nice to see you. Or Fuson. Norma, hello. Yeah, we match again. That doesn't always happen.
It does not always happen, and we didn't plan it.
No, but I know that Lisa likes wearing blue, so I was in pretty good. I kind of knew that it would be okay.
I do tend to wear blue a lot.
You
blue
do?
And black.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I wear black a lot too.
I wonder what happens. Like, we wake up in the morning and we just want to wear the same blue, or is it that you just have all of these things because you've chosen them all?
Well, that my closet is limited, so yeah.
With blue.
With blue. A few pink. I do have some pink stuff.
Okay,
too.
well, maybe you will one day.
I don't have a wide range of color assortment in my
whenever you go to shopping, blue is where you go.
Blue and pink tends to be where I go. So
well, at least you know what you've got.
That's
in your
right.
closet.
Yeah, and it kind of all goes together.
That's right. That's good. Mary Woodritz, hello. Tedra, good morning. Good morning to you too, Donna Granger. I was looking at some of your work that you had done earlier for us, and boy, do you ever do good stitching.
Yeah, nice work.
Honestly, it is just beautiful to see some of the things you've done for us over the years. Lynn Burton, hello, ladies. Happy Friday. And you are now in the UK, and it's cold there too.
3 Celsius. Brr, that's a little chilly.
Hello, Donna Van Buxel. Good to see you too. Well, both of us are a little bit under the weather, or not ourselves.
Yes.
Because I woke up at 1 a.m, couldn't get back to sleep. I think I need to have more regular aerobic exercise, and because I've got some problems with my feet, or one foot, which I'm looking after this year. But on the other hand, I can't walk as much as I used to, and honestly, that's the way I used to get my aerobic exercise, is all this walking, and I've not been doing that anymore. Yeah. So I don't like going out on my bicycle because I don't know about you, but you go on your bicycle, the wind comes up, it goes up in my eyes, and my eyes start tearing, and I can't see.
Which is definitely a hazard.
It is a hazard. So I was thinking of getting a rowing machine and putting that in our little room back there. And
oh, that's a good idea. Either that, well, I guess you don't want a stationary bike because you're still pedaling with your foot.
Yeah, still got something going on with my foot. On the other hand, also stationary bikes themselves, to me, are the most boring things.
Well, yes, I could, I have to agree with you there.
I love to go out.
You're riding in one spot all the time. So You're not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. I love going somewhere. And in fact, I love my bike. So maybe when it gets a little warmer, I should be able to get out there and do a little aerobic.
Yeah.
But it really makes a difference. I don't sleep as well if I don't do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, complaining aside, I'm not as with it either. So if we sort of drift off once in a while,
like
you
now,
know what it is. We're just, hanging in there.
Yes.
Katrina Middleton is here from Sacramento. Patty England Dag and
Patty.
Ellen Meldrum. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad we're pleasing you with our color. Speaking of which, this is a really great question, and we were all stitchers.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color? And
Mm-hmm.
you really do have to give us, like, Lisa's favorite color is obvious. It is a kind of a medium blue.
Medium blue, like denim blue.
Yes, more denim.
More denim blue.
A little grayish rather than bright blue.
Yeah. I also like the pinks, like the softer, not baby pink, but more rose, shall we say.
Yeah, like antique pink. And burgundies and things
burgundies,
like that.
yes.
Okay, so what are your favorite colors? And just be really descriptive. Don't just say blue or pink. Just say, like she was doing. What kind of blue?
Yeah.
Like denim blue is different than sky blue,
for
instance.
Absolutely.
So try and give another adjective to give us a description of your favorite color, which you find yourself drawn to, not just with your clothes, but also with your stitching, what you like to stitch, or also in
your paint colors.
Yes,
for your house.
Your house colors, exactly. If you've had the chance to decorate your own house, which some of us do, some of us don't. But what would you like to be surrounded by? What's the color that you most gravitate to? And it looks like we might have country green. See, I love that color, country green. It is also a little bit there's a little bit of a shade to country green, I think. It's not like bright or anything. Yeah. So a country color, I think, is kind of shaded and a little antique looking. Love that color. And look, if there's anyone else. My favorite colors are red and black. Fiona. That's wonderful. That's very bright. I mean, dramatic, I should say. Yeah. What kind of red, though?
I don't like blue on walls, though.
No?
No. I remember painting a couple of walls in my house blue. It was the wrong blue. It was sky blue, and within a couple of days, I said to my husband, "I'm sorry, but you're going to have to paint it again."
Oh, poor Bob.
Poor Bob.
Yeah. Sylvie, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry you can't watch it. And when you're watching it as a replay later, don't forget to go to YouTube, because that's where I usually, not always, put up the replay that's in much better condition. I get an actual, I make sure that I get a recording of this video. And so the one in Facebook is not always that good.
No.
Especially if there's any problems on our end with sending. And they don't give you nearly as many pixels as I get right here in the studio. And then I can upload it to YouTube. So have a look there. Blue's my favorite color, says Ellen. And that got us started. Let's see if anyone else has some interesting colors. Fiona, red and black. It's so dramatic and so interesting. And Tricia says she loves blues of all shades, tints, and everything. And country green. Oh, good afternoon, everyone. I should say hello to all the people I haven't said hello to. There's Lynn Molitor, Jennifer, Bill and Amy Lee, Jennifer Chung, Marley, hola. Marcia
Shades
Buckingham.
of purple.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Very nice.
Lilac to deep plum. So there's all the different kinds of purples. Jean Morrison is here. Kathy likes beachy blue. That is a really good description of a blue. I can just see what you mean. It's like the kinds of things that you see in the tropics, that kind of blue. Kind of like azure blue, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Almost a hint of green in it, or is it more like a sky beachy blue? Anyway, those are wonderful. Wedgwood blue, rose,
very nice.
Soft, soft colors. Yeah, Pat, those are gorgeous.
Kingfisher blue and turquoise.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
And Amber says her house is a navy blue called Indigo Batik.
Oh, very nice.
I love that too. I have to admit, I think Pat Henke's Wedgwood Blue,
Blue?
is
Mhm.
one of my favorites.
Yes, it probably would be.
It's soft
Yeah.
and elegant. I really like
And a little
that.
bit on the gray side.
Yeah, a little bit, exactly,
Yeah.
but it's still soft.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
not so dark.
Yes.
Anyway, Donna Van Boxel's color is red. Cardinal red.
Right? Give me color gray hair. That would look really nice, Donna.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Red and silver would be
Mhm.
beautiful. Kathleen says color really depends on my mood. I love to wear bright colors, especially a hot pink. My house, wait a second. My house is in neutrals, right? Shades of
Yep.
gray, which is great, which means you can wear your bright pink
That's
and
right.
not
Not
clash. That's one of the things I do too,
Mhm.
is I have
Mhm.
really neutral walls, and I find that anything goes, and then I
Yeah.
can change my pillows around.
Absolutely. Add a little dash of color here and there.
Yeah, exactly. Donna says most every color but orange.
Oh.
It's so
I
funny.
have to say I'm not an orange person either.
Not very many
Yeah.
people are. And there
Mhm.
was a time when I got really into orange. It was when I was pregnant.
Mm.
I don't know if
Mhm.
it was Dory who did that to me, my
Mhm.
eldest daughter, but I found that I just wanted to wear orange all the time. And they say that orange is a very powerful color. So maybe I felt I needed some orange to get through the ordeal.
With Dory.
Because it was a long pregnancy and it wasn't an easy delivery either. So maybe I just needed that extra boost.
And answers a lot of questions with Dory too.
Dory is a sweetheart. But
Yes, she
she's
is.
definitely
Ouch.
challenging, to say
Mhm.
the least.
Mhm.
Jennifer likes hot pink. Oh my goodness. I bet your house is not hot pink though,
No.
right, Jennifer? Loretta, it's good to see you. We just asked what's your favorite color, that's all. So anybody who has come on board a little bit later, that's what we're all chit-chatting about, is what our favorite colors are. And use some descriptions, because we want to know what kind of brown, like what kind of beige. Like I love taupe, for instance, but I'm not so fond of gray. I find gray kind of, for me,
Yeah.
a little bit dead.
A little, yeah, boring.
Maybe boring, but
A little more
it's,
subdued.
yeah, it's kind of like
It's like gray skies.
yes, we have enough of that. Exactly.
Gray and rainy skies.
But I love gray that has a little bit of red in it, like a taupe. You know, that it's gray, brown, red. You know, sort of.
Yes, but not like a slate gray or.
No, like not a slate gray. That's for sure. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And my hair is not turning gray too much yet.
It's Arctic blonde. I keep on telling you.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
sorry.
Not gray. It's Arctic blonde. Yeah. Hi, Tammy. How are you doing?
Excuse me. Loretta says most shades of blue.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people like blue. So Jennifer says nothing in my house is hot pink. I just love the color. Aw, it's in soft blue and white. Nice. And Neela is teal blue or periwinkle.
Periwinkle? Nice colors.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
I'm a teal blue girl. I love teal.
You do like teal.
I think that's probably my pretty much
Your
standard favorite color. If I can get some teal in something, I'm a happy camper.
Yes.
But I don't think we have any teal models here, do we?
Yeah, there's a little bit, right?
I suppose. It's
There.
kind of a turquoisey teal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have some models for you this week. Neither one of us has an awful lot of energy, so we're going to probably show you our models. And then we're going to show you, of course, the stitch along for this week.
Yeah.
And our stitch along is going to be it's just like last time. The technique is going to be shown in all these models.
But we're not going to tell you what it is.
No, you can guess if you want.
That's right.
Yeah, and we're not going to, if you guess before we actually show you the stitch along pattern.
We're not going to say yes.
No, that's right. We won't acknowledge it at all. Okay, but you can guess. So the very first one, I think we should probably show the alphabet.
Okay.
Because
Sure, direct me the way you want me to show
I was the one who picked it, so
show this one first.
This one first. It's also really, the B is for bride, is really good for anyone who's going to be a bride. It's one of the nice things about this one is that it's not just for a wedding, but it's for someone, literally a woman friend of yours who's going to be a bride or has been a bride recently. And I love this one because it gives all sorts of other things that start with a B. As you know, the alphabet samplers have stitches in them that all
a little bit closer.
That all all start with the letter that is featured in that sampler.
That's right.
So this is B.
Let's see.
And look at the bug. There's a beetle bug.
There it is.
Excuse
and there's
me.
a bunny.
Yep. And I don't know why the rose is there, but...
Bullion.
Oh, bullion knot.
Yeah. Butterflies.
Butterflies. And there's the bride.
Bluebells.
Here,
Sorry.
Do you want me to hold it,
yeah,
sweetie?
please, my arm.
Her little arm is sore. And
I can't lift it is the problem. So
there's, yeah, there's the B for bees. And of course, B is for bride. And you get some more butterflies. Notice how this is the butterfly Rhodes stitch, which you guys have been learning in our stitch along.
Exactly. It's similar as the heart, Rhodes heart.
Yep.
But it's just a different sequence.
Exactly. It looks like there's a few more here. Oh, I love all these colors.
Oh, yellow.
So exciting. I haven't seen yellow yet, Norma. But generally any color in light shades are fine, except I also am not a lover of orange.
Yes.
Not too many people are.
Exactly.
Becky Plaga loves blue and some reds. Tanya says, I love aquas, mix and match of neutrals.
Yeah.
Fuchsia is my hot color to wear.
Antique rose pink.
Yeah, that's a beautiful, soft, feminine color, I think, isn't it? Neela says, I always associate bullion roses with me because she taught me how to do them.
Oh.
Yeah, they're on our YouTube channel as well, bullion roses, if anybody wants to find out about them. Thank you, Neela. That's very sweet of you. And then do you have another one?
I do. There we go. This is Summer Dreams.
Do you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Oh, you can talk about it, though.
And it's in nice soft peaches and teal.
That's right. One of my favorite.
One of your favorite colors.
Excuse me. This is an antique teal, really.
It is. Yeah.
It's not too bright. I'm going to try and get away from the camera a little bit so you can see better. There we go. And look at the teal mixed in with the bargello. And then there's the hardanger at the bottom. This is a very short sampler. One of the best parts about it to me is the wreath because it has silk ribbon in it. I love that. I wonder if you can still easily get silk ribbon.
I think so.
We should look that up one time.
We should.
Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. I hope you don't mind. I'm not going to be able to get rid of it unless I actually...
Cough it out?
Yeah, I think so. Excuse me.
Okay. So this, there again. Okay, change arm.
Did you get it done in your right arm?
No, I got it done in the left. There you go.
Oh, okay, good. So that is the Bargello Biscornu. That's what it's called. It's got silk ribbon on it as well.
I'm going to have to take that off.
Here, let me take it off. And then everyone can see that I'm taking off the tags now.
There. Get rid of the tag.
Yeah.
And it's got some silk ribbon on it.
Yep.
Let's see, right there. And
I
then
don't think you can get that close.
It'll
go fuzzy.
Some hardanger in it.
That's right. And behind the hardanger, I think you've put some silk. Some blue silk.
Some blue. And then, of course, the bottom also has the bargello, but not the silk ribbon.
Carol says, if you were around the 70s like I was, you hate orange. There was a lot of orange in those days. You're so right. Well, I guess I was pregnant in the 70s, so no wonder I was wearing orange.
Orange.
Yeah, I had no idea. I love peach, but not orange.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tanya. Jennifer says she found her stash of winter, summer, spring samplers. Oh, and autumn. Did you get the autumn one? Because I did do an autumn, didn't I? Autumn.
You did Autumn Romance.
Romance, exactly. Did you do that one too, Jennifer, or did you get that stash? Thread art carries silk ribbon. Thank you, Pat. That's really good to know. Yeah, appreciate it.
I think Gloriana does, and Dinky Dyes, and they all have silk ribbon.
They have overdyed silk ribbon.
Overdyed silk ribbon, yeah.
Right, which is a little different, but still, they do carry it, which is good. Thank you. Thread art. We'll have to check that out. My daughter's favorite color is orange. Not one of my favorite colors. No. Well, isn't that funny? It turns from what our favorite color is to what our not favorite color is.
Yeah.
And so I would love to see that one now. Do you?
I thought you would.
Yes, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take this one.
Take it.
And you can maybe unfurl that one, or is it better if I unfurl that one?
No, I can do it.
This is called
Lilac chatelaine.
See, I don't even remember what it's called.
And that's the needle roll part of it. We do have the framed sampler somewhere.
I think we showed the frame sampler last time.
Yeah, we probably did.
This is lilac chatelaine, and it's actually called after the chatelaine. This is the way it's right side up. And this is the entire thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It's quite long.
So that's right. In the middle, which goes around your neck. Where is that?
That's right. Probably right here.
Yes, exactly. So in the middle, which goes around your neck like that, there is no stitching. But it's the only place that there isn't any stitching.
Yes.
Because there's all this stitching down here.
It's got some nice pulled work through the middle.
Right. See the pulled work. And there's even a pulled edge.
A pulled edge, yeah,
which
for
is
finishing.
What's that called? A three-sided, four-sided stitch?
Yeah.
I think it's a four-sided edging stitch. I'm not too sure, but
I think it is a four-sided edging stitch, yes.
There we go. And then on the other side, I think the heart is slightly different on the bottom. Yes. So I love that heart at the bottom. So we used to, like, there was such a big deal about chatelaines back in the day when I made this. Everyone had to have their chatelaine when they went to a guild. And that was a thing. And at the end of the chatelaine, you were supposed to have scissors and thimbles.
Attach your tools.
Special tools too, right? They weren't the ones you normally use.
No.
They were like for show off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like people would collect things like sterling silver ones.
Laying tools. Yeah, silver laying tools.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never put anything on the end of that thing because my silver stuff that I did manage to collect, there was only like 2 things. Thought, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah.
And I wasn't into collecting too much of that kind of thing, but I thought I'd make a chatelaine, and I'm glad I did. But the chatelaine itself was almost a passing fad.
Yes. Because you did it for this one.
Yeah.
And then you did it for Thoughts of You.
That's right.
And those were the 2 that had the chatelaines. You didn't do any other ones.
But it doesn't mean you can't make them now and make them another fad. Because the thing about chatelaines is that they're, of course, meant to remind you of what people used to do, which was carry their needlework tools, precious needlework tools, literally either around their neck or at their waist in a pocket that was made underneath their gowns. So this was a nod to that. I don't think they had anything like this.
Probably not.
A little too modern.
Yeah.
Carol Lemon says, I like some orange. Depends how it's used. I now hate golden avocado. So if I make a design in gold, avocado, and orange, how many people do you think will stitch it?
It would have to be burnt orange, though.
Burnt orange?
Burnt orange.
Was that what they had?
I think that wasn't it burnt, because I've got canisters from the 70s that are burnt orange. And so I think it was burnt orange, avocado, and harvest gold, I think is what they called the colors.
I remember we had a harvest gold fridge and a avocado stove.
Okay. Yeah.
In my mom's house.
Yeah.
My goodness, I hated those 2 colors.
That was definitely mix and match.
And it was awful. And then she had in the living room, which was right next to the kitchen, she had this turquoise wall, which was also all the rage.
Oh.
To me, they just did not go together at all. Where did you come up with this?
No, that would be quite the color assortment, all right.
I think it's fun that a lot of us remember the 70s enough so that we can, commiserate with one another. So I promise never to come out with those colors.
All combined together.
Let's see what Tanya says. I love muted mauves and plums, also in fashion, also in threads. Yeah, I do too. And so does Carol. We had an avocado color refrigerator, says Loretta. Tommy says that my parents painted a lounge chair in burnt orange in the 70s. Okay.
Yeah.
That actually, I like that sound of that. I don't know why.
The burnt orange?
Burnt orange lounge chair. I think I might like that. If everything else was like really muted, to have a burnt orange, not just an orange, but like a darkish orange, that might be really cool. Do you like it, Tammy? You still have it? Mary says, I love all shades of blue, teal, and not too fond of purple. Okay, that means you like blue on the green side. Tammy says, I remember avocado green refrigerator and stove at my grandparents'.
Yeah.
Well, that would make
Yep.
sense.
It was popular.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess we all have some memories of,
Yep.
if not in our own homes, then in our parents' or grandparents',
Yes.
right? That was really a strange decade where everybody had the same
Yeah.
colors.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. I think it's loosened up.
Hmm.
Sorry
That's
about
good.
that, everyone. Our kitchen was blue when we bought the house. So glad we have updated it.
No
blue now. Good for you, Lynn.
blue.
Do you have another one?
I do. And this is one of my favorites. I love it. It's called Mermaid Song. Oh, there you go. Mermaid Song. And it's got some unique heart hanger.
Yes, definitely unique.
Yeah, which turns into the flap for the little pocket.
That's right, with a little snap behind it.
And then it's got the sail ships and some specialty stitches. And then, of course, you've got your orca, mermaid, and some seals. And then you've got your seagrass and the wave.
The waves underneath. I just love all the seagrass where it's silk ribbon, but it's an overdyed silk ribbon. And I kind of made it look like grass, kind of waving in the water.
Exactly. And then that's the back of it. So
yeah, here. I'll just hold it for a minute. That's the back of it.
Yes.
And what were you going to say about the back?
I like the little village.
Me too.
Which it looks very much like the harbor in Victoria.
It is kind of. It's got the Parliament buildings over here, the oldest church in BC over here, even though it doesn't quite look like that. There's even the Fiskard Lighthouse and a couple of little houses.
Yes.
Anyway, so this is a set, and we're thinking that this week's auction, because we're going to have one this week, would be the extra copy of the Mermaid song. As we have the original, it's hard, you can hardly tell the difference between mine and the mine being the original, or the model that was stitched, and it could have been stitched by Donna. It's a possibility, Donna.
Possibility.
But we are going to have to let go of our models that are not mine because
we have too many of them.
Just too many models.
And this, of course, is the needle shell. And if you open it up,
isn't that gorgeous?
There's that, and it folds down like this.
It was done in 2010, so this one has actually got the date on it of 2010, and I hope that doesn't put people off. I suppose you could unpick it and maybe possibly stitch something else in its place.
But you also know when it was stitched, too.
That's right. That's true. And then there's a little scissor case.
A little scissor case.
That's a miniature of the etui or the pocket. Exactly. So you're going to have all 4 pieces.
Yes.
And they're all going to be up for sale. So up for auction. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But we wanted to show you this one as well. So I hope that you enjoyed doing that, looking at those. Look, people are still excited about talking about orange
color. Yeah.
Where we are. My kids look at pictures of them from the 70s and 80s and cringe that I dress them in those colors.
They were in fashion. That's right.
That's funny. That's really funny. Donna says, we had copper tone appliances when I was married in our first home. Copper tone. Honestly, I don't remember there being copper tone appliances. So it sounds very interesting. I don't think there are any now, that's for sure. Oh, an orange shag rug. Oh, that is hilarious. I really feel for you, because even if you have an orange shag rug, you would get tired of an orange shag rug quite quickly.
Mine was harvest gold. My sister was purple.
Mary Widret says her old kitchen had turquoise appliances. Oh yeah. I remember those. And they almost looked like they were painted for us. Thanks very much. Diane Murdersdorf, hello.
Hi.
Glad you came. We had dark paneled walls with orange shag carpet. Oh, Donna. Oh, my goodness. My bedroom as a child had a shag carpet in avocado tones. Yep. Oh, Donna, those colors, I can't even believe it. Norma says, I'd like to guess on today's stitch, have seen that most people have bargella. I can't remember if the first few pieces displayed had them, but lately all you've shown had that stitch. Oh. Well, isn't that interesting? I think someone else mentioned that too. Anyway, we said we weren't going to say
No.
anything. Sorry. Just not even going to talk about it until we
Yeah.
show you the final.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. I'd love to show this one. And this one is going to be hard for Lisa to do because she's just had her booster shot.
Yeah.
And
And
her
my arm feels
is
like
a
it's
little-
going to fall off.
Mm-hmm. So we're just being very
I'm
kind
glad I
to
didn't
your
have
thing.
it in the right, though.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
now I can still move and mostly type and things like that.
Mostly
so.
type. She's going to partly type.
Type with one hand, right?
But your brain works still. So what's this called?
Count your blessings.
Count Your Blessings, which I'd forgotten, has a Bargello has a hardanger heart with a little charm, and it is done in several pieces, not pieces, but sections, I guess, because they're folded over. And there is Count Your Blessings. So I should have looked at that and known what the title was. And then when you go down, you can see the little pillow that Lisa made. Isn't that amazing? I just love this pillow. What did you make it out of? What kind of silky?
I think it was just satin. I don't think it was silk or anything like that. I think it just was a piece of satin.
It's just perfect. It's the same color as the linen. I don't know how you did it. And then you poofed it out. Like it didn't make it too full, and then you use beads to kind of
attach the pillow to the linen
with those beads.
And then it kind of tufted.
It's perfect.
The pillow.
It's really perfect. And there, let's see, Count Your Life by Smiles, Not Tears, and that's another section. And then there's the pocket, Count Your Age by Friends, Not Years. This whole pocket is finished with this fabric. And it works really well. It's almost a teal blue, but it's mostly blue. I guess it's almost like an antique teal blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, and which I love. It goes really well with all of the colors in there. And Lisa did a magnificent job.
That was a fun piece to work on.
Well, you just did an amazing job. And there is a little mattress pincushion that she also finished. And on the edges is a ribbon, and that's held only by those pins, kind of in a row.
Yeah.
So it's called a mattress type pincushion, and the pattern on the front says pins. And a little scissor fob, which has a specialty stitch on the front, which basically is an Algerian eyelet, square eyelet, with some satin stitches around. And then a little scissor case, which is also lined in the same fabric. I don't know how you do this.
Yeah.
I bet you sometimes look at these things and think, I don't know how I did this.
I do think that. I don't know how I did that. But it just pops into my head as I'm working going, okay, well, I'll do it this way.
Well, you did a beautiful job on this piece. And unfortunately, we don't have a model of this piece. So I can't put this one up for
for auction.
Sorry. Because that's what I'm keeping.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lisa, you are a wonderful finisher.
Thank you, Mary.
And Carol says it's best to have your shot in your dominant arm. That way you're forced to use it, which disperses the medicine. Okay, Carol, I agree with you in many ways. But I have to admit, the next day, the arm feels very sore.
Exactly. And it's not that I don't use the arm. I mean, I got home and I did some knitting last night. So it was being
good
worked with.
I'm just looking to see all of the comments, and I think that is a good bit of advice. In fact, I remember using my arm for one of my shots, using the left arm, because I put in my left arm too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I always have it in the left arm.
But I remember using it quite a bit, and it did actually feel better faster. So it's just while I was using it, it was no fun. Tanya said, Lisa, you need to publish a book on needlework finishing.
There's an idea.
Well, the publishing of the book is not a problem. It's the creation of the book that might present a little problem.
Yeah.
But, you know, Lisa knows a lot about finishing. There's no doubt about it. I was told the same thing when I got mine, says Kathleen. Well, thank you for that hint. Too bad, too sad. You know, we'll do that with the next shot.
Yeah, she didn't even say. All she said was, "Oh, you want it in your left arm, do you?" And that was all she said. Was, yeah.
Yep. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more. They're a little harder to show. This one in particular is harder to show. This is a one of 4.
Yeah.
Elements pattern. Oh, sorry, yeah, patterns. And it's called Crimson Fire. And we wanted to show it to you, but I have to kind of lean it forward so that because there's glass in front.
Yeah, you don't get the reflection.
Exactly, of the lights that we have on here. And so I'm going to just show you the top, and then you see these wonderful Rhodes hearts again, just like in the past stitch along. And then there's these eyelets that look a little bit like flames. And of course, all the specialty stitches in between. This is a beautiful pulled thread stitch, this one here. And that's, of course, a hem stitching and another hem stitching area. So this is one of our 4 elements. We didn't want to bring them all in because they'd all be leaning towards you.
Yes.
Like that. But it is one of the nicest examples. So it's really bright. For those of you who love red.
Absolutely.
This is the one.
That's a beautiful, and it was a fun piece to stitch. I have to say that.
Me too.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was one of those ones where you were sad at the end of it going, no,
I want more.
I want more.
And then there is this one, which we don't usually show this one.
No, we don't show that one too
but
often.
we're very, very Canadian.
Yeah,
we are very proud Canadians. And so we're going to show you this one sampler that I made quite a long time ago. And it is published. It's called Oh, Canada. And that you can just see the O here with Canada. And it was made in our 125th anniversary that year. Can't remember what the year was, but it was our 125th anniversary.
It was 91, was it? 90?
I don't know. Is it at the bottom? There it is, 1992.
92?
Yeah. And so it's got some of our national animals. There's the fleur-de-lis for Quebec. And there's, of course, the beaver and the Canada goose. And our Parliament building in Ottawa, which is our capital of Canada. And then there's some maple leaves and some fir trees for the west, because we have all of our forests here in BC, big forests. And then there's the prairie provinces represented with wheat. The north, the Great White North, is definitely here with all of our snowflake type satin stitching. And of course it says amari usque ad mare, which is a Latin phrase that is used for Canada, which is from sea unto sea, not from sea to shining sea, which is the American version. This is our motto here and has been ever since we were Canadians. And these 2 little crowns, of course, still have to do with the what do you call it? The royal...
the Commonwealth.
Because we're still a member of the Commonwealth. We didn't rebel like the Americans did. Yeah. You guys were really rebellious. Anyway, so this is our Oh Canada sampler, and it has lots of meaningful stitching in it that hopefully those of you who are Canadians would really appreciate. Thank you, Tanya. I love the frame also. Dorothy Wendell, I went to a funeral. Yeah, I heard, and I definitely know that you'll miss her a lot. I'm glad you're here. That's really good that you're here, and just keep on trucking, because that's the way life is. And I really empathize with you, and condolences to you and all your family. I'm really, really late, she said. Jennifer Gowan said, I have the Crimson Fire sampler too. I made the hearts for a Valentine.
Oh, very nice.
That is really nice. Tanya says it's one of her favorites. Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Thank you, all of you. And I'm glad people are going to commiserate with Dorothy, because Dorothy, you're a favorite of ours, always here. And so our hearts all go out to you. I know that this is a hard time for anybody to have such an unexpected thing happen. Really sad. I have 2 more samplers I want to show. And one of them is very, very cute.
It is.
And I absolutely adore cats. Hello, Jennifer Davies. So this one I wanted to show as well. It has some beautiful pearls up here in this pale green, which I was able to find. Maybe you can find something like that. Different colors of cats. And the phrasing is cute. Croucher jumper, sweet face bumper. You know how they do that. Stealthy creeper, armchair sleeper, my cat. And there are some more cats doing their various different little things. I love my cat. Or you can add an S to it. I've actually put that in the
I think there's
pattern,
I
right?
think there is an extra one in there.
Exactly. And then there's also some hardanger, 2 hearts, which is very sweet. So this one is called I Love My Cat. those of you who are cat lovers have never actually been able to make a sampler about your cat, you could use one of these. And if the colors of all the cats are confusing to you, use the colors that are more, maybe all the cats can be all black and white.
True.
Or all the cats can be gray, if those are the kinds of colors of cats you have at home. Because I only had one kind. I had a gray one. Sometime, for a long time, actually. And finally, and I hope this one is, I don't know, this was my last sampler.
I think this was your last sampler. It was.
Are you fading?
Yeah. No.
You okay?
I might be fading. No, I'm not fading. No.
Those of you who are late, Lisa had a booster shot yesterday evening.
And my arm is really sore.
Her arm is sore, and she's a little bit under the weather because she had some dental surgery and has
exactly
antibiotics as well.
Oh, yeah. It's been quite a week for medical procedures.
But the main thing is now she's only going to get better. So
that's true.
And you have a weekend ahead to recover, hopefully.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm just concerned about Lisa. I wasn't trying to put her on the spot or anything, although maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit? No, I'm fine.
Tedra says she just bought the sampler, the cat sampler. The last fall I lost my gray Manx. Oh, that is so nice to hear that you're going to stitch this one. You can make all the cats that nice gray color. And if it's a Manx, it'll have a bob tail. Did yours have a bobbed tail, Tedra? You can kind of take the tails off maybe of some of them. Anyway, it's a thought. It's good to have a memorial to her. Dancio, hello. Saluto to you too. Neela says, I'm very lucky. I had no side effects from the booster. Good, good, good.
Yep.
Tanya, an ice pack may help you.
Thank you, Tanya. Yes.
I'll give you one if you want one.
The idea of putting something cold on me, though, is just...
But it's a thought.
It is a thought, yes.
So I had one more sampler I wanted to show you. Hello, Leslie Ayers. Good. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you are here again. That's good. Even if you're a little later, that's okay. You showed up.
4:40 a.m. Wow, that's dedication, Leslie.
Thank you. I'm going to make the cats match mine. Yes, I can hardly wait to see that. That'll be really cute to see. The last sampler I ever did is this one. It's called A Grateful Heart. I remember the name.
Oh, good.
Because really, when I decided to semi-retire, that's actually what ended up happening in my head was I was so grateful for every single moment that I was doing this work, this designing work. I've not had, I've had some moments where it was difficult, but I've not had any kind of feeling of regret or anything. It's all been positive. People have been positive. The work has been positive. I got to work with Lisa all these years.
Yes.
So this is truly a great gratitude sampler from me to the world. It's anyway, it's very meaningful to me. And my 100th sampler was the heirloom stitching sampler.
Yes.
And this is number 240 something.
One, I want to say, but
yeah. So I still have to get to 300. You know.
Yes.
And so I'll die trying. But that's basically, I don't know when it's going to happen. But this is my latest one and my last one. So it's not the last one ever. It's just the last one that I did.
The last one before you kind of decided to retire, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think I'd already kind of had it in my mind somehow.
Yeah.
I felt like this one was really important that I do this one. And then after that, I haven't designed since. That's important too. I mean,
except for the stitch alongs and things like that.
Yeah, but not for like selling their website.
Yeah.
But that may change. Who knows? You know, life still has a way of making surprises.
That's right. Life evolves.
I think that our lives have all been changed so much by the COVID thing.
Absolutely.
And, you know, I've seen people quit their jobs or basically go in a completely different direction since the whole COVID thing started. We're all rethinking our priorities. And sometimes we're like deciding we're not going to do this, but then we go and do something else. And I don't know about you, Lisa, but it felt like the whole world has shifted somewhat.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, nothing is, certainly things were clicking along reasonably so that you could expect things to move that way.
Yeah.
Maybe not economically, maybe there were some unrest in the world, but now the whole world kind of took a different shift. And I think that since then, things are going to change a little more rapidly for many people. And many people are just assuming that change is going to be good. which I kind of like that idea because we don't always have to keep doing the same thing. If something disrupts us, we might be going in a different direction.
Yes.
And I'm looking for possibly going in the direction of teaching online, right? With those kinds of things. And Lisa was thinking of doing the same thing, only with finishing. So we're still thinking hard about how to do it. No progress yet as to when or how. Sorry.
Not yet.
Not yet, but we're working
it's
that
coming.
way.
We're working on it.
So those of you who have arrived a little late, hopefully you understand we are going to cut it a bit short today, mainly due to the fact we are both a little under the weather.
A little under the weather. What does Margaret, although
not new to cross stitch, I am new to actually working on your charts. Working on herbal sachets as I type this. I have to make 6 of them for my daughter's wedding. Oh, that'll be so beautiful. They'll be for the ladies in the bridal party. Hopefully, I'll do your
very nice
justice. Thank you. Tanya says, COVID crisis helped me be more grateful on a day-to-day basis. You're right there. That's probably what happened to me when I started to do this design. I just thought, thank goodness we are here and we're able to respond and we have the wherewithal to handle this.
And we still have our health.
Yeah.
So.
Many of us do. And of course, not everyone does, but I was grateful for sure. Thank you, Jennifer Davis. I love the heart design. Thank you. Yes, we have to get started on that one, I think. Thanks very much, those of you who like that one. Tedra says about her Manx, she was gray and white, long hair, very beautiful. She had her liver disease. Okay. Oh. So my feeling is make sure you put some extra long hairs on her.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing all, it for her, then that would be good. So it looks a little bit. Dorothy says, I'm sorry both of you aren't feeling well. Thank you so much. And same to you. Good thoughts going your way as well.
I noticed when you scrolled down, someone had a suggestion for a sampler.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go scroll up. Oh, I'd love it if you did a horse theme sampler. I would do that if I knew horses well enough. I probably would because you're right, Kim. Those are very hard to come by. And I do have some horses in my designs. There's a horse-drawn sleigh.
Yeah, in Jingle Bells.
In Jingle Bells. There's a horse in McDonald's Farm.
Yes.
I think there's a horse. Yes, there is.
There is.
And there's another horse somewhere. Maybe in another farm sampler. I'm not quite sure. No, in Christmas
Village.
Village has a horse. But it's not about horses, and it doesn't say I love my horse, which I assume was kind of what you were thinking. I might do I love my canary.
Because you've had canaries.
Because I've had canaries, or I love my budgie, or I had a bunch of birds. But unfortunately, I've never had a horse, and even though my eldest daughter, loved riding, taking her to the riding ring was not my favorite thing. And that doesn't mean that horses aren't beautiful, because they're gorgeous and they're beautiful, and they, you can have a relationship with them. I get that. Yeah. But I was just never that involved, and I can't really design so well for something
you have no connection with.
Yeah, it has to be a bit of a personal connection. And Lisa and I have a connection. You can tell because she answers my every thought.
Pretty much.
Aw. The samplers with covered bridges would be nice.
Oh, very nice, yeah.
Vicky, that's a very nice idea.
And welcome, Cheryl, to the group.
Hello, Cheryl. It's good to see you. I'm new to your group. I love them all. That's so nice to hear. I assume you meant you love the designs, or do you love all the people in the group, or both?
Yeah, could be a combination.
Very nice. We actually started about
9:30.
Yeah, so 9:30, and it's now 10:18 in this location. We're in Pacific time. So we started about 45 minutes ago. So if you want to come back any Friday at 9:30 Pacific time, which is 45 minutes from where you just jumped in, you'd get the whole stream, the live stream. But we'd love to have you back. Thank you so much for joining us. So finally, going to see the last stitch along pattern.
For January.
For January, it's not the last one.
No, it's not the last.
No.
It's the third. There's still one more.
I said it wrong.
You did.
Sorry.
I was going, no, we still have another week.
So we have the January pattern now, continues on. And it has now got, you were right, Bargello. Yay! Good guesses, you guys. So all I did for the Bargello pattern is make it quite a bit bigger for this part so that you can see exactly where to do your stitches. And remember that each square is actually an intersection of 2 fabric threads horizontally and vertically. So each stitch has to go directly beside one another if you're working with on linen, so that you do not leave any holes unstitched, right? So you have to do it this way. I did not give you a diagram as such because it took too long to make it. So I've decided that just going to give you an enlargement of the Bargello part. So this is what it's going to end up looking like. And remember, the entire piece is going to look like this. And the Bargello will just come underneath the bottom of this sampler. So this sampler is going to take 4 months to complete. So I didn't want you to think that you were going to get away with just this much. It's going to continue down, 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 quite a ways down.
Yes.
Does anyone remember how many parts we had to January 2021?
I think there was 4, wasn't there?
I don't know, Jennifer. It could be 3 or 4. It probably wasn't. I think it was just 3. I'm not sure exactly. So
either 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you're asking. You're probably asking for a specific purpose. Maybe you could only find 3 and you're thinking, is there a 4th one? I think if it was complete, you would probably end up seeing yourself that it was the final one. But if you have a problem with it, or if there's any issue, just give us an email, please. You can email Lisa or myself, and you know how to do that, Thea@victoriasampler.com or info@victoriasampler.com. If there's any issue with that January pattern that you want to know about. And don't forget, we do have the January pattern on our website.
Yeah, it's available for purchase.
For purchase in the PDF section. So look for downloadable patterns, or look under catalog patterns and then downloadable patterns, right? I think that's how it goes. So you'll find them under all the downloadable patterns. All right. Thank you. January was 3. Thank you, Tricia. Love the new part, says Louisa Fossa. Thank you. And I have to translate that. It's on the vertical. That's great to know. That's right. That's you. It's on the vertical. Exactly. I still need to start the new January. Well, this is good. And if you're starting on a stitch challenge, then you have to do that first and then start on January. There isn't a lot to do in January yet, so you're still in plenty of time. You found, like me, Tammy. Me too, says Tanya. Thank you all for joining us and for being part of our group. I just love our group. They're all so participatory. You know, everyone is participating, and we just love to see you every Friday. Yeah.
And hi, June.
Oh, June, you're here. You're here. It's just an hour late, or almost an hour late. We started about 48 minutes ago now.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jennifer. That's great. All of you have a wonderful week, and I hope that you enjoy all of the colors in your life.
Yeah.
And that you enjoy our Victoria Sampler stitching, and that the stitch along gives you all the joy that you need as well. If you haven't got anything else to stitch, stitch the stitch along.
Yes.
It's really fun, and you're going to have a great sampler at the end of it. So I hope you have a nice rest this weekend.
I will. And you too.
I will.
Yep.
We'll see you all next Friday.
Until next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.